Oh, wait. All right, there's that. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night here on the pool with Fleeger Farm TV. As we hit Watkins Glen tonight, we got warm-ups underway. You can see there on the corner of the screen, 3 minutes and about 3.5 minutes out of the 5 complete. Let's get our track map up here just so we can keep a track on where everybody is at. Now we're working on down through here. Looks like the 86 there of Nelson's coming there through the final bend, coming down that straightaway, heading into corner number 1. The 50 there is coming through the carousel. That's Joseph Spillman coming through the carousel, heading into the top of the boot. And work on down through here, around the top of the boot, and then heading down here into the toe. At Watkins Glen as the 8 works around the heel of the boot and back up there, heading into the, oh crap, I should know this track, and I can't remember the dang penultimate. That's it. That's the penultimate turn. And there before they head into the final turn, coming to the straight away with the straight, with the strike. Ugh. And sorry, folks, but apparently iRacing live timing is giving me a hassle here tonight. That is not my choice. I have it on my end, but apparently it's wanting to be a stinker on its own end. And not show up. Get the grid ready to come up here. Come on, you. Be nice. Play nice. And it doesn't look like you want to play nice, does it? Oh, well, I'll do my best to tell you where everybody is as we work down through here. As we got on track, Mark Nelson there, or I'm sorry, Travis Roberto there out front. Mark Nelson in second. Chase Matsko there third. Klaus Williams fourth. Austin Hunn there fifth. Tommy Pulte there in sixth. With Patrick Warwick there in seventh. Jamie MacArthur there in eighth. William Gay in ninth. Scott Olson there in 10th. Derek Buckaloo in 11th. Ignacio Arroyo there in 12th. Rolling off tonight. And 13th is Ryan Peters. And Joseph Spillman there 14th. Jamie Bray 15th. And Michael Lemensk back there in 16th. So that is your starting grid. Hopefully we can get some of these, some action happening here. They come here out of the corner, heading down here. Off of the final corner. Green flag is out as they come storming down here in the corner number one. Make sure everybody kind of stays there as we get them stacked up a little bit. Can we make it through turn number one? Yes, we do. It looks to be clean as they work here off the corner. Oh, no, it's not clean as they come back here. Problems there towards the backstretch. Not sure what happened there. As they come through turn number one. Pieces flying everywhere. Jamie Bray working on through. We got somebody stuck against the outside wall. Derek Buckaloo, that's Ignacio Arroyo. They're trying to get turned back around. Problems there for that car as they head on down through, off into the carousel after working through the bus stop. Working off the carousel down here into the top of the boot. Down here through the entrance of the boot, heading down here towards the toe. The 777 of Travis Roberto out there in front. Chase Matsko there second. Mark Nelson there third. Austin Hunt fourth. Klaus Williams there fifth. Scott Olson back here in sixth. Jamie MacArthur up here in the seventh. William Gay there in eighth. Ryan Peters back here at ninth. Jamie Bray here in 10th. As you see all the drivers trying to get caught back up here, and it looks like the one that is worse for wear is Patrick Warwick's back here in the 87, just trying to work it around back to the start-finish line. Derek Buckaloo is out. Ignacio Arroyo back here on pit road from what I can see on my end here as we work here off the corner, back down here in the corner, off here in the penultimate, and down in the final corner here. Chase Matsko there second. Mark Nelson third. Austin Hahn fourth. Klaus Williams there fifth. Scott Olson back here in sixth, spinning it around. And he's going to end up bringing it down off of the track so people can kind of make sure what is there. We'll go back to seeing if we can figure out what happened there between Derek Buckaloo and them as they head on down here through off of that start-finish line and through that first turn. You'll see them just stack up, coming there off the corner, and it just clutters that racetrack up. Bumpers flying everywhere. Travis Roberto out front and at 777. Chase Matsko there second. Really, really like that paint job on that car here tonight. Maybe I'm just being a little biased since I'm from Pennsylvania myself. And another change to the roster here tonight. Instead of an hours-long race, it is 45 minutes long. We got Austin Hunt here in fourth. Klaus Williams here fifth. Jamie MacArthur back here in sixth. William Gay in seventh. Ryan Peters in eighth. Jamie Bray in ninth. Michael Lemensk back here in 10th. Tommy Pulte back here in 11th. Joseph Spillman there in 12th. Scott Olson there 13th. All right, looking there at Travis Roberto as they work here off the corner. Here comes Mark Nelson as he works up here in the through off of the boot. Down here into the heel of the boot. Comes Mark Nelson as we work here off. Joseph Spillman crashed. Let's take a look here real quick to see what happened to Nelson. Here he comes off the corner. Coming off the boot and just loops it around. Here comes Chase Matsko down there off the corner. Now we head up here through the S's. Austin Hunt there in fourth. Working on down through there as he's looking to the inside corner of the corner. Now he's looking there back behind as you got the 50 there of Joseph Spillman down there on the inside through the bus stop. Goes these drivers as they head back around here. Heading down here off. Oh no, I'm sorry, that wasn't Spillman. That was somebody else. Boy, I misjudged that one. Spillman's down there, just come through turn one, heading up through the S's. Now we're looking here at these drivers coming down through the carousel into the toe of the boot now. We're going down through. I'm trying to figure out who that is. Jamie Bray in the pits. And out. It looks like Lament's back here having some issues in about ninth spot. Trying to see who is having issues. No, it's a white car. Plus, will maybe no. Oh, man. We'll just have to keep an eye out to see if we can pick up on anything. As they work here out of the final corner, down into corner number one once again. 7 minutes complete, almost 7.5 minutes complete out of the 45-minute run here tonight. Man, down on through here off of corner number 2. And up through the S's. Heading towards that bus stop goes the 777 of Travis Roberto as we're on board with Austin Hunt. And that number 15. Heading down here through the bus stop. But I'm sorry you guys cannot see the live timing here tonight. I do not know what's up. It's being dumped. And it's just not wanting to cooperate at the moment. We'll see if we can get it here at some point throughout this race, as we're about 9 minutes in. 10 seconds away from 9 minutes. Austin on working here off the corner. Some really good tight racing here tonight around Watkins Glen as we come down here into corner number 1. And a tight right-hander. Now we head on down through, coming off, up through the S as they go. Now we're watching Austin Hunt try to chase down that 86 of Mark Nelson. And up there through, off of, and down through the bus stop. Quick bus stop here before coming into the carousel. Then they enter the top of the boot. Great racing going on so far. They are spread out there for quite a bit down there through the back. Yeah, I'm unsure what's going on here with it. Give me 1 second. We'll try one last thing here. Maybe we can get it reconnected here. Alright, so it's saying it's not bound. Interesting. There we go. Now we got it back. After fighting with it. Brian Peters has crashed. Down here off track. He really messed the front end of that Ferrari up. Head on down through here. We got the Porsche out, Porsche out front with Travis Roberto. Chase Matsko here in the McLaren right behind him. Head on down through the bus stop. Get the map up so you guys can kind of make sure you can see where your drivers are at. There we go. Now we're back and cooking the way we should be as we head on down here through into the top of the boot as we head down here to the toe. We're watching there Chase Matsko there in second. Everybody rushes there off of the toe. Here they come off and up that hill heading towards the heel. As these drivers are here working through the bus stop, heading over to the carousel. Off the carousel comes Michael Lemensk. Here we're looking at Travis Roberto as he's being chased down by Chase Matsko as they roll off of the corner down here around penultimate, down here into the final corner. Chase Matsko showing some real speed here tonight. And that's 66 here tonight. And down here down into corner number 1. Roberto, as we're on board with him, coming down here into corner number 1. What a great job we got going on here as they head on down through into the S's up the hillside here, heading towards the straight. Now we're looking there at the 61 of Scott Olsen. Now Scott Olsen comes off of the boot, heading up here to the penultimate before heading into the final corner. At number 61, we saw him have a little bit of trouble earlier in the race where he put it sideways. Michael Leminsk having trouble going off track, back on track there for about a second. Now we head back down here in the corner number 1. Everybody working through there, heading towards the S's up the hillside. And working on down through, heading towards the bus stop. And you're looking there at Tommy Pulte, there in the number 96, in the middle. Down up over top of the curbs, heading through that bus stop, missing some parts of the nose of that machine. But he's not trying to let that slow him down as he works here through the corner and heading down here into the top of the boot. As we're on board now with Pulte out of Woodstock, Illinois. Now you see that car beat up there behind him. That's the 5, Ryan Peters, I believe. As they work here down off of the toe, heading towards the heel. Here we're looking at the 777 out front. That's Travis Roberto. He's trying to get away from that 66 machine right there behind him, who's showing that 66 significance number to the logo there on the hood of that car. If I'm catching it right, that looks to be the Penguins, the Pittsburgh Penguins on the hood of that machine. So that 66, quite a significant number here in Pittsburgh. By remembering my history correctly, that was Lemieux's number. Mario Lemieux out of the 90s. He's sitting there second, trying to get up there to break a win here in the GT3 series. Here's Matsko as he's sitting there in second. Travis Roberto up there in first. Here comes Roberto around, this is Ryan Peters and Tommy Pulte working together there. 2 wrecked machines at the moment as they work here off the corner. Patrick Warwick is out of the race. Same with Derek Buckaloo and Jamie Bray. We got them all over the racetrack trying to see where the best action is. We work down here through. Looking there, as it looks like Chase was going to get there to the inside possibly as they work here through off of the penultimate down here to the final corner. Chase is slowly each lap gaining a little bit each time. As you see that gap slowly closing up now. He's trying to get there, does not want to make the move. Now he decides he's possibly going to make the move down here into corner number 1. Does he make it stick here as Roberto's up there on the outside? Doesn't quite get it to stick the way he needs it to. He's going to race him up here into the S's. Right there behind him, Jake Matsko still trying to dig at that first place driver of Travis Roberto, who's doing a great job, not really letting that pressure get to him, but he can see there in that monitor, that rear view monitor there on his dash, he can see Chase right there, just waiting for a chance to strike. He's trying to get under Travis's skin a little bit, trying to get Travis a little nervous and maybe get Travis to make a slight mistake to let him around as they work there off of the carousel down here into the top of the boot. Chase Matsko doing everything in his power to get up there and maneuver around Travis Roberto. He might be just a little bit faster, but now he's off to about a half a second behind him as they work down here through the heel, they're working through the toe right now of that. Now they're working through the heel. I saw here we got Joseph Spillman crash. Unsure what happened with Spillman. Spillman struggled all season long in the GT3, still just trying to fight his way. I think he's still trying to get comfortable with this car. He's just slow coming off pit road, trying to make sure he's not going to ruin somebody's race, so he's just slow coming off. That's all that is. Now we're back on board here with Travis Roberto, working down through off of the S's, heading up towards the bus stop. Let me know how the audio is, whether I need to turn something up, turn something down. We should be okay, though. But just let us know here. The audio has been switched around a tad bit here at FFTv. As you see, Matsko is there once again, getting underneath a quarter second and trying to get up there. They come down around the top of the boot, heading down here to the toe. Great racing being had here tonight out of Watkins Glen with these drivers. Off into the heel. Great racing going on. It looks like Scott Olson is going to be out, but I'm unsure about that. We're trying to just keep track of everything that's going on track. Ignacio Arroyo down 7 laps. Joseph Spillman down a lap, so not doing too bad. As it looks like that Porsche has to come to pit road here about 20 minutes in to try to make it to the end. As Travis Roberto is in, Austin Hun comes in. Both of them, Travis Roberto's in a Porsche. Austin Hun's in a Corvette, so there might be some strategy going on here. We'll have to wait and see. Matsko takes the lead. And it's currently coming through off of the bus stop. Yeah, Mark Nelson trying to chase him now. In through that carousel. I still can't get over how good that McLaren looks out there in front. Matsko down here through the entrance of the boot, heading there into, and then here we are back here with Roberto. He comes off of pit road. Mark Nelson there. Here they come there out of the toe. Now we got Roberto back here a little ways. And then right behind him is Austin Hunt. I believe, if I'm looking at the stuff correctly, out on track. Yeah, that's Austin Hunt there in the 15 right behind him as they work there off of the bus stop down here through the carousel. We are halfway through the race. We just hit 23 minutes on the clock out of the 45-minute clock. On lap number 14 out of the drivers. Now we're on board here with Travis Roberto heading down here. Trying to see where we're at as Matsko comes up through the S's. There's Matsko again as we head up down through here. The 5 of Ryan Peters, the last car on the lead lap as he is going through the S's right now. You got the 86 there, Mark Nelson in second, trying to figure out where the 777 is. 777 is about a half a lap ahead, or I'm sorry, half a lap behind. So this could be interesting when they pit. How this could come out for Chase Matsko, Mark Nelson, and them. And it's usually one pit stop in the race, and everybody except 4 have made the pit stop. Looking at Tommy Pulte, Chase Matsko, Mark Nelson, and William Gay have not made a pit stop yet. Everybody else has, so they should be good to go to the finish. Now we head on down through here. That Dr. Pepper machine of Chase Matsko out front. Got Mark Nelson there in second. Come down across the stripe. Into corner number 1. There you see Roberto. He works down here off of the heel of the boot, heading back up there to the exit. There comes Chase Matsko as he works up through the S's once again. Trying every little bit to put some distance between him and Roberto, along with some of them drivers behind him. I know he's not putting much distance between him and Matsko. Here we see MacArthur coming around Spillman. David MacArthur out there. He's in 8th right now. Looks like William Gay finally brought it into pit road. So now we got 3 that have need to make their pit stop. As that 74 comes in, here comes Travis Roberto coming down there off of corner number 1 up through the S's. Chase Matsko works around the toe of the boot. Travis Roberto comes up there through the S's and up towards that bus stop. Keeping an eye on where everybody is at the moment. William Gay in pit road. Now he's going to be coming out of pit road. See if anybody else comes in here. As Roberto way off track up there, coming down into the boot. That lap down machine of the 207 of Ignacio still rolling around out there. Looks like Matsko and Nelson take another lap. They battle it out there for first and second at the moment. About 40 seconds back to Roberto. And Roberto works off the hill, heading up here into this left-hand corner, heading towards the penultimate. And into the final corner goes the 207 of Ignacio. Here's we're watching the 777 of Travis Roberto coming off the corner down here into the final corner before coming across the stripe. Coming down here shortly to 15 minutes to go as they come off the final corner. On board here with Travis Roberto out of Woodbury, Minnesota. Great run so far by Travis Roberto. Chase Matsko having a great run as well. He's out front, and we're still watching that Travis Roberto there in 3rd place. Trying to see where the action is on track. This is your closest action right now, as Mark Nelson has kind of backed off of Chase Matsko a little bit. They're coming up to the 5 car of Ryan Peters, who is a lap down. They're catching him little by little. They work on down here through off of the boot. Then here comes Roberto off of the carousel. You got the 15 there of Austin Hunt. They work down here around the tongue of the boot down here into the toe. Heading up the hillside, out of the hill. And it looks like Matsko and Nelson are both in. So keep an eye on this as here comes Roberto coming through the penultimate. Come down here off of the corner, heading down there. They're rolling, but it's not going to be enough. I think Roberto's going to end up reclaiming the lead. Oh, not quite. Looks like Nelson beat Matsko off of pit road just ahead of Roberto. And the race be on here for first, second, third as they come racing up here through the S's. Austin Hunt there in 4th. So everybody's made their pit stops. We're coming up here just shy of 15 minutes to go here in the race. And now Matsko's trying to chase down Nelson. Nelson was chasing Matsko down for so long. What a great pit stop there for Mark Nelson to get it back out front, or to put himself out front here. As Travis Alberto has fallen down 2 spots as he's there working off of the entrance down here into the toe of the boot. Around it they go with Mark Nelson leading the way. Chase Matsko there in second. Travis Alberto there in third. Austin Hunt fourth. Klaus Williams there fifth. Jamie MacArthur back there in sixth with William Gay in seventh. And you got them rolling around here. As you see, there comes Michael Lemensk up through the S's. William Gay back here in seventh. Ryan Peters up here in ninth. Rolling around here, we got under 15 minutes of racing to go. Tommy Pulte here in 10th. Joseph Spillman there 11th. A lap down. Ignacio Roy there 6 laps down. Scott Olson 6 lap down. Scott Olson is out. It's showing now. And they work here off the corner, heading down here through the S's. Roberto third, Austin Hunt fourth, Klaus William back here in fifth. William Gay has crashed here a little while ago. Looking all right, though, once again, out there in seventh in that Corvette. They head on down through here. In the corner at number 1, he goes. And he's got just ahead of him, Jamie MacArthur in that number 75. Working on down here off of the S's up toward the bus stop. Mark Nelson, your race leader, with Chase Matsko there in second. Travis Roberto in third with Austin Hunt fourth. Klaus Williams there fifth. Jamie MacArthur here sixth with William Gay in seventh. Michael Lemensk in eighth. And he works up here through the S's. Head towards that bus stop. Now you see some of the drivers head down into the boot. You got the leaders coming there through off of penultimate through the final turn. Heading back out onto the front straightaway. Mark Nelson into the pits. As I think he might have had some, well, no, I'm unsure what happened there with Mark Nelson. So Mark Nelson had to come into the pits and gave the lead off to Chase. Travis Roberto there second. Austin Hunt there third. Klaus Williams back here in fourth. I'm unsure what happened there to Nelson to have him come in there for another time. And we got these drivers, Roberto and Hunt, working there off of the tongue of the boot down here into the toe. Chase Matsko out front. Klaus Williams coming on down through here. We've seen some pretty good racing action tonight here on Figure Farm TV with On the Pole. Now we see drivers giving way to the leaders heading down the front stretch. There you see the 207, and I believe that's the 50. Down off the corner. Up through the S's. And heading towards that bus stop. Through the bus stop they go down here into the carousel, being led along by Chase Matsko. Travis Alberto there in second. Austin Hahn there third. 10 minutes of racing left to go as they head down here into the tongue of the boot, heading down there towards the toe. What a night of racing it is here. What a night there for Chase Matsko as he is out front leading the way as they work down here into the toe of the boot, down around the bottom. Heading back up towards the top. Working on down through the side here. And work on up through, off of the heel and back around to the left. Heading towards penultimate. Everybody looking good here off of the corner. Heading here in the penultimate before coming to that final corner. 9 minutes to go. Off the corner and a little brush of the wall there for Roberto. Nelson off track as everybody's doing what they can to finish great. Finish this one out. Hey, Travis Roberto there coming off of turn number 1 down here through the S's. Up the hillside, heading towards that bus stop. Lap sitting around a minute 45, 48, somewhere abouts there. Mark Nelson, his last lap time, though, with a 2:14, considering he had to pit again. So I'm unsure what happened there to the 86 of Mark Nelson as he ended up down pit road. Now he's back here in 5th. Now, he did a great job getting back out there in front of the leader, so I'm unsure what happened there, unless he got caught speeding or something on pit road, which could be a likely scenario. Now he works up through the S's, heading up here to the bus stop. So if he got caught speeding on pit road, that might have been what happened. Chase Matsko worked down here, off the carousel, down through the corner. Along his way, bringing with him Travis Roberto and Austin Hunt, who's sitting there third. The 86 there coming off of the toe. That's Mark Nelson. Now we're watching the leaders out here coming across the line at 38 minutes and about minute 45 to 48. We'll go minute 50 just to kind of keep it. So now we'll go 2 minutes. So we got 2, 4, 6, maybe 3 laps remaining of the race. So somewhere around lap 25 is what we'll call the race, if I'm calculating correctly. Or no, 26 maybe. Yeah, between 25 and 26, where I'm going to say this race ends. Coming on down through here. Off of the corner here in towards that penultimate as they work here out of the heel. Austin Hunt really putting the power down here, trying to catch Travis Roberto. And you got a McLaren, a Porsche, and a Corvette all running up here, 1, 2, 3. Then you got another McLaren driven by Klaus Williams sitting back there in 4th. You got Mark Nelson back here in 5th in a Porsche. You got another McLaren back here in 6th, driven by Jamie McArthur. William Gay back here in 7th. 5 minutes of racing left to go. Michael Laments back here in the 8th machine. He's also in a McLaren. As he works down here off the carousel into the tongue of the boot, heading down here towards the toe. You got Ryan Peters there in the 5 coming on down here. Tommy Pulte still got messed up damage on the front of that machine as they work on down through here off of the toe. And the leaders are coming there through off of the carousel as they head down here towards the toe. Closing in on 4 minutes of racing left to go. And that's the one thing with the GT3 series here out on the pole and FMA, the Freedom Motorsports Alliance. It's not a lap race. It is a timed race like most road courses from what I've discovered are. Road course racing is timed racing, not lap racing, most of the time for these GT3 style races. They work here off of the corner, heading down there in the corner number 1. Or, I'm sorry, no, they're working there off a corner, coming up here to the penultimate now. 3.5 minutes of racing left to go by the time they get across the stripe. Heading on down here. Everybody else spread out. We're looking back here at William Gay in 7th, trying to chase down Jamie McArthur, who is up there in 6th. Unsure if he'll be able to chase it down here as time is winding down, as they head down here to the heel of the boot and then heading up there toward the top. As he comes around the toe and down the sole. Back around the hill and up towards the exit of the boot, and down there in the penultimate. As Chase Matsko works down here through the toe of the boot. We see William Gay trying to gain on Jamie McArthur as he comes up through the S's. Coming up the hillside, heading towards that bus stop. As the 86 there of Mark Nelson. And, well, yeah, Mark Nelson. That's the 50 of Joseph Spillman getting out of the way to the leader. Come there off the carousel down there into the top of the boot. Round the tongue and down towards the toe. Michael Laments back here in 8th as he works around there. Off of the S's, heading towards the bus stop. Two and a half minutes remaining. As they come here off the corner. Or no, I'm sorry, minute and a half remaining. I think I saw the white flag flying as they come down here across. Unsure though. We'll see here as the 86 comes off of the corner. Is that white flag waving in the air? Yeah, white flag in the air. So Chase Matsko's coming out of the carousel for the final time. Down here to the top of the boot. So this is your final lap of the race. As they do not have time to get back through here before that 45-minute count comes to zero. Down here around the boot. Now Austin Hunt knows this is the last little bit for him to get up there and battle for the second spot. So Austin Hunt, Travis Roberto really battling it heavy here into the final turns. As they come down there off the toe of the boot, heading up here. Whoa, hang on to it there, Austin Hunt. Giving it just a tad bit too much. Now he's got to try to gain it back under control. Now he's looking there, see if he can get anything here for him, because they come here with just about 4 turns remaining. Now 3 turns as they come here up off of the boot. heading towards that penultimate. Really got to push it hard if he wants to try to get up there and get that second place from Travis Roberto. Travis Roberto done a great job all race long here, holding on to second place here as they come out of corner number, forget the corner, it's penultimate down here into the final corner. Chase Matsko coming across the line. Checkered flag is waving, and Chase Matsko is your winner here tonight. And Travis Roberto comes across. Austin Hunt there in third, with Klaus Williams now rolling around here, coming off the final corner. He's going to bring home fourth. Mark Nelson, he's coming off the heel of the boot, up through. He's going to end up coming home fifth. And bringing with that the likes of Jamie MacArthur back here in sixth. William Gay back here in seventh. Michael Laments back here in eighth. Trying to see if we got any battles as they come here to the line, and I'm not seeing any. Everybody works here off the corner. And out here through the penultimate, working off the final corners. You got the 50 there. Spillman coming off. Here comes Jamie MacArthur rolling off. Great run here as the finals. The drivers come across the line. Go ahead and see if we can get with our winners here. All right, let's see here. Who do we got here that we can grab? Third place, Austin Hunt. Good evening, Austin. How's it go? Oh. Good evening, Austin. How's it going?
We hanging in there.
Well, you got third place here tonight. You hearing me okay?
I can hear you.
All righty. Well, you got third place tonight. Kind of take us through your night and how that Corvette handled Watkins Glen.
Hello.
We're going to do this. We'll switch this back after we are done. Oh, yeah, there. Can you? Nope, not yet. There, try that. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Alrighty. Well, congrats on third place. That Corvette looked pretty solid, but apparently just did not like Watkins Glen as well as maybe it should have.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't have the get up and go like a couple of the other cars did. I mean, kind of running the same brake zones, same lines and stuff, but they was getting up out of the corners a little bit better. So.
Well, I know the McLarens, they seemed fast. It looked like that Porsche Roberto was fast as well.
Yeah, he was scooting there in qualifying in the beginning of the race and everything. I guess he just changed up a little bit when the tires got hot.
I know Nelson was another one that seemed pretty fast out there, and he was also in Porsche. So you put the Corvette up there towards the top, above some of them, and too bad you couldn't quite get it a little farther along.
Yeah, I was hoping I could, because they before we all pitted, I was gaining on everybody, but after the pit stops, tires cooled and everything, I just couldn't get it back together.
Kind of take us through what's it like racing around Watkins Glen with the bus stops and the boot and everything.
Oh, this is a fun little track. I've raced it a bunch. It's bumpy though. If you hit it in the wrong spots, it'll throw you for a loop.
So it can be unforgiving in spots then.
Yeah, you make one little mistake and it's going to send you to the wall somewhere.
It was a great race to watch nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun race for sure. I look forward to the next one.
Well, and we do too. You got any sponsors or shout outs you want to give here before we send off before we send you off here tonight?
Well, I mean the guys over at 40 Racewear, they can hook you up with all your sim racing needs as far as apparel and gloves, shoes, all that good stuff. So check them out sometime.
Alrighty. Well, sounds great, and congrats on third place here tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, that was Austin. On to our third place finisher. Let's get with Travis Roberto, our second place finisher. Good evening, Travis.
How's it going?
It's going well. Probably thought you had something a little better there at the beginning of the race, but kind of take us through that pit stop and kind of where that kind of threw your race a little bit.
Well, I was actually just looking at the lap before you pulled me in, and it was just slow. I was conservative in. I wasn't really trying to be too aggressive. I had felt early on before I even made the pit stop that the pace wasn't there. Even from qualifying, I just couldn't seem to make the same mark. So it was just kind of a lackadaisical, try to avoid making any mistakes and just get in and get out.
Now, I know a lot of drivers, I heard them kind of prior to the race talking about the cars. They don't always stack up the same, and the, but from what I've seen, they stack up okay depending on the driver and depending on track choice.
Yeah, and I wouldn't venture to say that I have enough experience to tell which one's, more suited for which track. I have a few friends that I race with that are significantly better at the road racing, and they'll say certain tracks are geared or suit other cars better. I felt there was a few, like 10 and 11. I was having a really, really hard time getting through there with any pace, and there were a few cars in front of me who were going through there much faster. So it's hard to say if that's technique, if that's just car. I'm not sure, but I would imagine so.
My guess it'd be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I would
My
agree.
guess.
Yep. I
Because
would agree.
I've seen guys. I mean, because you see the like, especially at the McLaren, we see it in first, we see it in fourth, we see it clear back in eighth. So I mean, we see it winning the race. So I mean, it's just a matter of depending on where drivers are able to drive it. And I mean, same thing with the Porsche. I mean, you have a driver clear down in 12th place that's racing a Porsche, and you drove a Porsche and you got second.
Yeah, I felt when the practice opened up and qualifying, I was hitting the same brake marks that I was in practice, right? With similar weather conditions. And the time was good. The car felt great. It felt fast. And I think it showed in the practice and qualifying times. But as the tires wore out and the temperature was up a little, I just could not duplicate. I tried. I was focusing on staying on the limit of the tires and was losing it almost in a few corners, so I really felt like I wasn't truly under the limit to the point where I'd eat up a bunch of lap time, but I couldn't find the pace.
You definitely look great out there, nonetheless, though. And uh, what do we got going forward here as we head into next week? Which see if I can find out if I can find my list here of the updated schedule. As it
Yeah,
looks
I'm not even sure what next week is.
well, I have the updated schedule. It's just a matter of me finding it here. I just had it up, so I know I have it.
I got it right now. Looks like Indy Road.
Aha, here it is. It's the picture. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, we're going to Indy Road next week for race number 6.
Yep, I just raced a league with the Porsche R's at Indy Road, so I have a few laps there, and if I can make it, I will be there.
Already. Now, can you take anything from like one road course to another? I mean, because I know some of the guys that race asphalt, they say they can take some techniques from like one oval track to another oval track. Can you do that in road racing at all, or not really?
I'm not entirely sure. I'd be honest with you and say it's not at my level, not quite yet, but I mean, your generalized techniques and trying to just maximize the limit of the tires, that applies for any style of racing. And I mean, you're fastest when you're on the limit, but I'll be honest, I don't know if I have a particular cue that I can take with any track. I'm probably not at that level yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Are there any other sponsors or shout outs you want to give here tonight?
Just the Mach 10 Motorsports group and the Frozen Tundra guys. It's a group of racers that I work with. I'd like to give a shout out and a thanks to them.
All righty. Well, congrats there as we get ready to send you up here. Congrats again on second place. You looked really great out there. Just unfortunately a little short here tonight. Hopefully you can gain it back next week. So.
Well, I appreciate it. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too. All right, I have Mark Nelson now to get with our winner, Chase Matsko. Good evening, Chase. How's it going?
Good. How about you?
It's going well. I noticed you and Mark had quite a battle going there for a while when the pit stop rotations were going around. He come out first. Did he get clocked speeding possibly?
Yes, he said he got because me and him pulled in at the same time. When I was pulling out, he was trying to get in front of me, and he ended up speeding.
Ooh. Yeah, they'll get you, won't they?
Yes, they will, for sure.
Well, congrats there. I mean, you both did a great job for pit stop to get out ahead of Travis. Just unfortunate he might have found that gas pedal a little early.
Yeah, so these cars you really got to stay out until like the last possible moment to get the best pace out of the car for some reason. It's not like that in most other series, but this one it is for some reason.
Oh, well, you did a great job running out there. That car looked great, and I'm kind of partial to it, from being from PA, so I'm kind of partial to the paint scheme anyway. But it looked great.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time on that this week. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely looked awesome out there, and you definitely put down some great lap times to get out there and a great pit stop to stay out ahead of Roberto and bring home the victory.
Yeah, it was good. Travis and I had a good rattle there before the pit stops too. So it was just a good race all around for sure.
Yeah, he definitely said he had a great race going. Just he kind of lost some time whenever the tires and temps heated up.
Yeah, the Porsche really struggles on those last two corners, a real high speed, and that's what Mark was saying too. So I'm glad I made the switch to McLaren this week because I normally run the Porsche.
Yeah, I think Travis said he was struggling off of 11 and 12.
Yeah, those are the two corners I'm pretty sure he's talking about. Yeah, cause I'd gain about a half a second on each lap on those two corners.
Yeah, I know those corners are tough anywhere. With any car, I should say.
For sure, yeah, it's real tough.
So, but congrats there, and you did a great job here tonight. What do you take forward as we go into I believe it's Indy Road?
Indy Road, yeah. Let's just try to keep the same pace. Long season, try to get top fives. Keep the points lead. That's the main goal.
Well, we'll see how well it goes here as we keep it rolling.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, you have yourself a great night. And are there any other sponsors or shout outs you want to give here tonight?
I want to shout you out for taking over the league,
Well, I'm trying. I don't know if I have it fully in my grasp yet, but I'm trying.
I appreciate it, though, for sure.
Lots to try to grab a hold of.
For sure.
So, but I appreciate, all the admins that are coming on board to help out and kind of show me what's already been in place, and we'll just keep working together. That's how the league grows. You have a good team.
Exactly.
So it takes a team to make it run.
Exactly, for sure.
So, alrighty. Well, you have yourself a great night, and we'll see how things go moving forward.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty, that was Chase Matsko there, your winner here tonight. And as we get ready to send it off, our finishing order for tonight is Chase Matsko in first, Travis Roberto there in second, Austin Hunn there third, Klaus Williams fourth, Mark Nelson fifth, Jamie MacArthur tonight in sixth, William Gay finishes seventh, Michael Leminsk there in eighth, Ryan Peters there ninth, Tommy Pulte there in 10th, Joseph Spillman in 11th, Ignacio Arroyo there in 12th, Scott Olson there 13th, Patrick Warwick there 14th, Jamie Bray 15th, Derek Buckaloo in 16th. That is your finishing order. And Forget about the date down there at the bottom that I know is incorrect. We're going to be trying to figure out something different to put there. So, congrats again for everybody showing up and putting on a show here at Watkins Glen. Can't wait to see what's next in store.